Generic greetings and welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies. Today's beverage is a very delicious raspberry and apple juice drink. Very, very nice indeed. So in a previous episode of Airships, we were once again designing and fighting and specifically looking at a building which was a long overdue process, I must confess, and we made the SP Orc, the Orc being quite a basic structure. It only has tier 1 or tier 0 technology, so we can build it right from the beginning in a campaign, and it's fairly heavily armed for the size of structure that it is. It's got several cannons, several rifles fore and aft, and also 3 aerial charges, which were surprisingly effective in this form factor, so I'm pretty happy with that. A couple of changes to make, and specifically around maybe placing some defensive points for crew, but we've got enough barracks, so I think we'll be okay. We are once again going to do a building, and this is specifically what a lot of people were suggesting, and that is to make a structure that is focused around the rifle. Now, the rifle itself is actually pretty good. It's only 24 generic units of currency. It has a very good arc of fire, as you can see there, 240 degrees, I believe, yes. And it's got a very good range at 1,100 meters. Now, that's good, but normally in a campaign, you often see the enemy come right up close, which was pointed out as well. But either way, that's what we're going to go with. And, well, there was many comments to do like a spam build, so let's do that. Yep, yeah, that seems about right. Okay, I'm not going to be doing that because it's going to be slightly more organised, so let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. And other noises are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so it is 41, 2, 3, 44 tall. Current cost excuse me, is 587. However, that's not connecting anything up. So if I go over to our basic and corridor with ladder, we're going to rush this right down the bottom there. That's then going to give this a cost of 808. In terms of armor, I'm going to go with a stone wall for now, but we may change that to even just a brick wall, which provides very little defense. The idea for this is that it is simply there to put as much fire out forward as possible. That's all it's there to do. It is not here to live long. It's not here to have a very long extended fight. In fact, most things are probably going to try and fly over it. I did think about maybe making it even taller so that nothing can get around it, but well, I may come back. We may actually come to that, but we shall see. Anyway, so we do need to be able to crew this thing. Well, for start, we need some fire points. I am going to at least put some fire mitigation in here. So we're going to put 2 fire points in there like so. We will need, it says minimum crew of 40, but obviously that may change. We're going to put on the bottom here, we've got a bridge if we wanted to, but I'm going to put one. Oh, can I not put them there? No, I can't, sadly. The bridge is probably going to have to go up the top like so. In fact, that makes sort of sense to me because, well, it means that I can then do, hang on, I'll have to put in that, and then I want a telescope, so I'm going to go over to command and crew and then to a telescope. Oh no, that's tier 2 technology, so we're not going to use a telescope, but we can use a crow's nest. That is tier 0 technology, so that's actually going to go at the 4 there and then connect them up like so, and that'll give us a 10% accuracy for the crow's nest, I believe. Let's just double check. Crow's nest is 10% technology. That does stack with a telescope, but that is tier 2, so we're not going to use any of that. That is now fine. It says command what's it, between no bridge. Oh, there is a bridge, but there's no crew. Okay, in terms of command and crew then, we only have bunks and barracks. Now the bunks, how much do they supply? They supply 3 each. Would it be better for me just to intersperse some of these with, maybe intersperse some of these areas with these and just have one, instead of these, just have bunks? Is that possible? The answer is yes. Is it best? I don't know. Provides 12... right, okay, so how much does it provide? It provides 3 soldiers. So we need 4 of those to get 12 soldiers, which is equivalent to a barracks. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Okay, yeah. It's going to be more expensive to use bunks. if we do that. We will, however, save on the corridors with ladder. And how much are those? Those are 9. So actually, these bunks, because these corridors with ladders are 9, and these bunks also serve as a ladder that you can go through, essentially, if we swapping these out, these are only costing 10. So to get, what is it, 3 soldiers, so that's 4 of those, that would be 40. As opposed to the 52. So yes, it's more efficient to use bunks in this case. Okay, that's what we'll do then. Over to resources before I forget. Now I just want to check a fire extinguisher. Nope, fire extinguisher is tier 2, so we're not going to have one. Right, from the bottom here, we're going to remove that section and put an ammo store there. And that is 2 from the bottom. And we're going to do basically something similar as we work up. As I said, I'm not particularly bothered about any... Actually, I think I will remove that a bit. I'm not particularly bothered about any real, like, longevity on this thing or repair. So, in terms of the ammo, we're probably not going to have a huge amount of ammo. So, we shall see. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it doesn't matter where I put it. It's not going to be even, but it doesn't matter really, so let's just remove those and get rid of that. There's our ammo there. One will be placed just above here. I'm just going to pop them in for now. This one will go 2 down, I think it was. No, it's just 1 down to there. Then this one will go there, which means we have... Is it there? That is about right. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then that'll go in. So just remove these, remove these sections, and then the ammo store obviously just slots in there quite nicely. And that is now all connected up. So we cannot give commands to the building, and we have no crew, and more supply hatches are obviously needed. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over to our, where is it? Our command and crew bunks, and the bunks will run down like so, and that gives us 15 crew. So basically what I'm hearing is get rid of all of these, and that should be enough crew for it, if my calculations are even remotely correct. So we're just going to hold and drag down, and there we go. That gives us 70 crew nigh on, and we only need 50. So I'm going to remove some of these crew. So remove some of these, and yeah, we'll just remove all of those. We don't need any more than that. That is more than sufficient, and that connects up. Alright, 51 crew. Recommended is 50. It needs more supply hatches. We will use, in terms of supply hatches, probably... what shall we use? I don't know, I'm checking weapons and other things. It's in resources. Reinforced supply hatch. Nah, steel supply hatch. 1, 2, 3, and we're just off. Typical. Where can I put the other one? Do I just use the big one? What's the big one? The big one is... Cargo door provides 40, that's 20, whereas if we use these, we'd still be on the same, right? So one of these is more than enough. I will place it at the bottom like that, and that is a legit vessel. That vessel, but you know, that is a legit building. It's got Death Star syndrome written all over it. And I don't know what these gaps are all about. Those were just measuring gaps. I was going to originally put something in there. I mean, what could I put in there? Weapons-wise. I know people were recommending we use muskets because they do more damage. Piercing damage 8 as opposed to rifle, which is 5. Difference is the range. I mean, I could put 1, 2, 3 muskets in just to give it a little added extra. Why not? Why not? I will obviously have to remove that and then put that in there. That is now job done. And, right, over to structural, and we've got, like... you got, yeah, corridor with ladder, fire doors. No, okay, solid shapes then. And it's a filler block. And the filler block is going to run up there because I don't want it snapping in half. And then we've got these sort of gaps in between. How much did that cost us, actually? Let's have a quick look. So, remove all of that. Remove all of these. If we just had it like that. 1,207. Put the filler blocks in. 8 each. Oh, that's going to get expensive quick. I wonder if there's something cheaper. Struts, 3. Perfect. Oh, and accessible struts. Okay, so what's the difference? A strut. Lightweight framework for reinforcing your construction, yes. An accessible strut. Made accessible by crew for addition of a platform. So if I do that... Oh, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can only go up there. Right. It would be good to have if need be, but... And you can use the one with ladder. So if I really wanted to, I could have accessible strut with ladder. And do that. But I'm guessing pathing is going to be terrible. Yeah, we'd have to connect up a bit further. Yeah, most of it's pointless. Okay. No, let's go back to the original idea. Whoops. Undo, undo. Undo. Actually, just press Control Z there, and it does actually undo. I didn't. It's like, oh, does it? Right, yeah, cool. So yeah, back to these struts. This is just to keep it from Death Starring and blowing up when one bit gets hit. I think as well, I think I'm going to treat ourselves to a bridge. No, a cockpit down the bottom there. Just in case. Actually, I'm not going to put it... I'll put it there. And I'll put one in here. The reason for that is I'm not too keen on this thing going out of action because of one shot. So, do we need that though? How much are the 14 each? Do we just sack it off? I mean, if they're going to board it, it's going to get boarded. If it's going to split in half, it's going to... Yeah, I think, you know what? Let's just go with one. No redundancy. No if we went with a stone wall... Well, we got stone wall. A massive stone wall is tier 3 technology, so we're not going to go with that. If we went with brick wall, it's under 1,000. Now let's stick with the stone wall. Right, so we're going to rename this SP, and I'm trying to think. So this is a static structure, so we're naming after like trees, plants, something on the ground like that. I'm trying to think of something tall plant-wise. Could call it the pine. Something tall. The foxglove. I don't know why. Maybe because I've got one growing in the garden at the moment. Well, several actually. Yeah. No, it's got a quirky side to it. It's foxglove. Right. Save. Save. Let's try this. Combat. Day fight. So, add... Building. The foxglove. Ooh. Okay, so it could be taller. Let's be honest. It could be another double this if it needed to be. And let's go for airship. Bluebird. That's about the right price. There we go. 1,252 versus 1,194. I have my money on the Bluebird. But there you go. Start the fight. So there's the Ray. Okay, I definitely have my money on the Bluebird because I may have put it the wrong way around. Okay, you didn't see that. Day fight. Building. Foxglove. Yeah, there we go. It's actually in the right orientation now. It wasn't, for some reason, it just placed that way. And, oh, hang on. No, that one. Airship. Bluebird. Click. And start. There's the shot. It's already fired, the Bluebird. Damage has already been inflicted. It's cut a little bit of strut off. And it's receiving a lot of fire. A lot of volley fire there. It's also crashed into the ground. Have we taken out its suspendium chamber? It's unlikely. And damage is not great. Hang on. What have we lost? Oh, we lost a rifle. We have lost a rifle. I've also realised I've well over ammoed this thing. Far too much ammo. Well, so far, damage is not great. I mean, I should point out, it's caused a lot of damage all over the place, but nothing's been destroyed yet. Speaking of destruction, we're starting to lose some gunnage. Yeah, and there's definitely leaks in the suspendium chamber. There was an explosion there as well. And there's another explosion. Luckily, we are able to put fires out. If there's a fire up the top, I mean, I wouldn't like to try and put that out because there's not much water at all. Is that thing heavy metal armor? I don't think so. It sounds like we've lost some more rifles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons we've lost out of the 33, 34 that we have. Do you want to put this on rapid fire? Rapid fire. Just keep firing. I mean, it's definitely taking a beating, this thing, but it's not losing much health. I think it's because of the armor. But then again, we haven't really taken a huge amount of damage. He says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If there was, you know, if someone wanted an explanation of what a death by 1,000 cuts looks like, it's this. There we go. Aimed fire. It's lost its weapon. Okay, right, so we've seen that it can effectively shoot. That was a thing. Okay, combat, day, building, foxglove. See, I thought this was ludicrous in terms of its height. I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced that it's tall enough. I think we double it, honestly. Back over to airships, and we'll see what we've got. The bumblebee. That'll be a nice fight. Give it a fighting chance up there. So it is armed with harpoons, which are one of my favourite weapons in the game. They're extremely, extremely powerful. You can see we're firing away there. And this thing is lumbering towards us. Lumbering when it's flying? It's slowly drifting towards us. Shots are hitting this thing, and it's probably going to try and go up and over, and it probably will successfully do that. As soon as it does, we really have no chance. Damage is very poor. Yeah, it's going to go up and over. Okay. Well, there's basically nothing we could do. We could put rifles on the other side, but that's just, yeah, ludicrous. Oh, hang on. It's going to lose a suspendium chamber, and sadly... Oh, hang on. Because of the arc of fire with rifles, we are still able to shoot it. And now it's fallen out of the sky. Nope. Oh, nope, definitely. So these rifles are able to shoot it. We are no longer under command. You can see the bridge is completely destroyed. So I can't issue orders to it. There's a lot of fire there as well. Oh, hang on. It's split in two. So it is technically split in two. And it is driving a pile into the ground. But we're still fighting. We are still fighting. When that ammo store goes up, we won't be fighting too much longer. Okay. The fact that we're still firing is is ludicrous. But good. But we've lost that one. We have lost that. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll try another one, combat, and we'll try it in the snow, why not? And we'll go to building, foxglove, placing it back there, and against a airship. Now, obviously, putting it some against like the Sparrowhawk, we would lose. It would just board us and take us all out. I say that though, we've had success defending against stuff like that. Herring gull, same thing. It's a high altitude bomber that will just take us out. Heron, that could be a good fight. What about the goldfinch? That's about reasonable cost. That's full of grape shot cannons. Let's start the fight. Let's see what it does. Is it grape shot cannons? I don't know if it's grape shot or whether it's It might be grape shot, but it also might be Gatling. Can't remember. We'll find out soon enough because this thing is coming towards us. I think it's Gatling. No, it can't be. It will be grape shot cannons. Yeah, there you go. Boom. One volley. And... oh dear. Dearie me. It seems to have lost all suspendium. Yep, there it goes. And we are really doing some damage on it. I think it was a little bit underpointed. Only just. And they're going up. I'm really not too sure whether we double the height of this thing. Do we double its height? Would that be worth it? Or would you just stack more of these together? I'm not too sure. Let's go for Landship. Put the elk in. Elk is one of the best tanks we've made. It's expensive, but it's one of the best. We are on 3,756 versus 3,998. Start the fight. I'm not convinced that we will win this. Excuse me. But, then again, you don't know what you're going to hit. Love that vehicle. Such a good vessel. It's coming right in towards our foxgloves. That big cannon there. Eventually we'll chip some of this off. Damage is immense on this. It's all pockmarked and everything. Is it going for the ram or just going for the close in? It's just going for the close in. Well, we're on rapid fire, so that's fine. I expect to lose this first tower very shortly. But the damage output is good. Not as impressive as I thought, especially against metal armor anyway. Against wood, we might fare better. But let's see what we can do. It's now firing against the second row, but that doesn't really concern me because this first row is still firing. It's not under command. It doesn't need to be under command. It's only got one target. Problem is, we're not taking anything out. Yes, we're doing damage on the armor, but we're not destroying anything. It's still armed with exactly what it started with, and we are armed with a lot less rifles. If we took like one of their guns out, or the flak, or anything, that would be better for us. You can see the damage is spread out across the entire hull of this thing. Looks like we're getting some splitting now. But these are all sort of self-contained modules. That was the idea. We did have that. We did work on something like that in a previous build many years ago, where we had a static structure and an airship, in fact, where yes, they were all technically connected, but they were all individual modules connected by little connectors. So if those connectors got destroyed, the individual bits could still fly off and work. And the reason we would put them together is because things like the supply hatches we would share across the entire thing, so it would work. And I think we had like a different cold store and such. So yeah, well, this is a loss, very easily a loss as well, I would say, because we are no longer on command on the forward and back ones. This middle one we are still under command, but all of them are running out of ammo, and we haven't done any damage to their weapons. We're not seeing through the hull. We're not seeing anything untoward on this one. I mean, it's going to go back and they're going to have to panel beat the entire side of it. But that's the least of its problems. That is, I guess, exactly what you want a tank to do. Get into a perfect fighting position and weather lots of light fire, while the crew inside are perfectly safe. The fact that we lasted this long is a bit of a testament, really, to the design of these. They haven't collapsed in on themselves, he says, as it just collapsed in on itself. But it didn't go all the way down. I think that's going to stop firing shortly. Okay, we have only just started to make holes in the front there. Let's go to leave that one. So, at this stage, not entirely. I'm not being overwhelmed by the effectiveness. Let's go for the HMS Unmatched, which is not one of my designs. This one comes with the game. So, like that. 1,334. Foxglove, start the fight. What's this? Distracting light from the east means shot fired from left to right are less accurate. So we are less accurate. Okay. You can see the shots a lot better though. Put on aim fire, just so we hit more. But this is wood armor. So I'm hoping... Oh. A little bit of stuff there. Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do more damage. I'm going to go rapid fire now because it's right next to us. It's only armed with 4 cannons. It's also leaking suspendium, I think. By the look of it. I think it's an armor problem. And I'm still unsure as if we want to double it. Like, do we want to make a foxglove 2? Is taller 2? Don't know. So far, results are mixed. This is probably going to be a win unless something really terrible happens. I can see they've taken a lot of damage to the outside of the ship. We can see to their 2 suspendium chambers and their engine at the back, which is now on fire. So it's going to lose, I think, all motive power now. And also that fire is spreading. There's one of their suspendium chambers that just went up. Motive power is gone. This will start going back now. There's another suspendium chamber gone. That looks to be their only suspendium chamber. And they're out of weapons. Okay. That's another win. What about 50-50 maybe? Open edit. Open the foxglove. Armor. So, reinforced wooden armor and wooden armor. Well, the main thing is wooden armor is absorbs 20 blast, 4 piercing. Steel is 16 blast, 6 piercing. So actually steel is better at blast damage. Well, actually, no, it's just better all the way, but I guess it's got twice as much blast damage reduction as absorption than piercing. Okay, fair enough. A couple more fights then. Let's have a stormy day, because why not? We're going to go Airship. And the ISS Vindicator. We'll put that over there. Looks cool. Buildings. Foxglove. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5,008 versus 5,301. There's the fight started. I'm going to... Oh, I meant to go rapid fire. I've put it on to aimed fire. As you can see, all the sparks. Yeah, that's not suspendium. That's just the sparks of it being hit. Although, is that suspendium? Leaking. It's all around here, where there's two... Where I can very much see 2 very big suspendium generators. Is that going to go over the top of us? At least it's going to try. Not that it matters. This first one was temporarily out of command. So the Vindicator's come right up towards us. It has 2 big turrets on the top. One on the bottom. There's an explosion on the left there, which is taken out the ammo, and then no longer do we have command there. It's also got these heavy cannons there as well. I feel a bit more confident of this one, but then again, you never really know, because it's constantly firing and we're losing weapons. It's not losing a thing. It's still just as effective as when it first turned up. Admittedly, these turrets have taken a hell of a beating, and we can see inside of those, and they are definitely leaking suspendium from the rear. If it falls out the sky now, I'm not too sure what it will hit. Is it going to hit us, or is it going to hit the ground? Well, there's a lesser chance of hitting us because we are a little bit shorter than we were. Also, I just realised there's a deck that goes across there. They're running back and forward. That looks really good. Wouldn't like to be there, though, with all of this. Imagine being told, yeah, Steph, could you just go outside and just repair that flak cannon? No. Of course I'd say no. Can't move, too scared, not going out. Oh, hang on. Right. So, they've lost both turrets on the top. That's a huge blow to them. Speaking of blow, these are about to blow at the back. Any second now, they're going to go. I mean, there it goes. There's one, and there's the second, and there we go. And the weapons are gone on the front, and the flak cannon's gone on the top, and then the one at the bottom's gone. Yeah, that's a win. A fairly comfortable win, looking at damage. What I'm very concerned with is the damage that these have taken. This in a campaign, which I tend to focus on that, even though we play predominantly these little skirmishes. But would we want to, would we want to field these in a campaign? Considering we have to repair the darn things. Landship. One more landship. Titan. Yeah, let's try the Titan. And building. Foxglove. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost bang on. 6,260 versus 6,277. So they are 17 more points. Rapid fire. So once again, we are versing a lumbering, heavily armed, extremely armoured vessel. It's also armed with more flak than it has any right to be armed with. It has 7 flak guns, all of which will be able to engage once it gets a little bit closer, which is, I assume, why it's doing it. I've went on to rapid fire because it's within spitting distance now anyway. And there's the the firing there. We are losing the first tower. First foxglove has fallen, but it is still firing. Damage on the Titan is marginal at best. It's all superficial damage. Stuff that'll buff out. So, thoughts so far on them. They don't cause much damage as I was either led to believe or actually expected as well. They are a little bit more hardy than I thought. They probably have too much ammo, but then again, you know, we've been needing it. They probably could do with more command, as in not necessarily remove that bridge, but if we remove that bridge, put a couple of cockpits across the way. Don't necessarily need it because we don't give commands to it other than just to change the firing order. So whether it be rapid fire, aim fire, or normal. I was about to say they don't Death Star themselves, as in when one bit goes up, the whole thing goes. But as you can see there, that's just taken down a huge amount with the tower, and the same thing's happened on the left. So the front tower is halved. The second tower behind that is about 1/3 of its original bit. We've lost maybe 1/8 on the next one, and the other two are fairly factory fresh. Damage, though, is being inflicted quite heavily on this thing, and we are starting to now see damage get through and destroy some of these modules. That's the thing, because this is all piercing, and it's not a lot of piercing, you tend to cause a huge amount of damage all over the shop, and then things start to go. Whereas if we were using, like, cannons, you'd probably start taking out more modules, and I guess also explosives. We had, say, aerial torpedoes or rays, you'd probably do more damage there as well. But saying all of that, you can see that we have managed to take out all of the cannons on the aft top section, all but one cannon on the front. They have lost one track. They've only got one left, and they've lost 2 out of their 7 flak cannons. And I would say that because of that, there's not much we really need to worry about apart from running out of ammo. Which is a very real possibility, I should point out. They've only got 3 flak cannons left. Putting these on aim fire. Well, one of them on aim fire. And we can see that it's lost all motive power. No longer has tracks. Death by 1,000 cuts. There is only one weapon left, and that's the flak gun there. And I do feel for these crew, because they're basically inside now an immobile metal box that is less metal and more hull. But this Titan could technically still win if it manages to take out this one last tower, and we're probably going to run out of ammo before we destroy this. Nope, there we go, we took it out, and there is not much left. Wow, okay. Right. Combat stats. How much damage did we do? 113,000. Damage take, 113,457. Wow. Okay. Oh, we took 34,000 damage back. Rifle accuracy is 75%. Shots fired, 27,000. The musket, actually pretty good as well. Damage dealt 8,000. Not bad. For only 3 muskets. Anyway, that's been a bit of airships, and that's been the foxglove. An interesting design. I'm not too sure whether we need to make loads of changes, no changes, a little bit of changes. It's actually, I really don't know. I really can't gauge this one. We could double its height. That might help out. That obviously make it more expensive. It may also cause that huge collapse that we've seen on really big towers. We could make it wider. We could put weapons on the back. Not convinced about that one. But really we were going for rifle spam. That was the original intent. That was the original actually outcome, to be fair. It seemed to work okay. Not the best, not the worst. Would like to know your thoughts on that one. What you would change, what you would alter, what you think maybe we could have built instead around the same theme as in rifle spam, different designs. Yeah, either way, that's been a bit of an interesting build. If you have any suggestions for changes for the foxglove, by all means let me know. If you have any suggestions for different builds, whether it be stack structures, airships, ground ships, etc., then by all means let me know in the comments. Either way, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.